Hey guys, we are back in the game here, and real quick, I just want to show everyone what the health of my armor is currently at, as well as the health of my iron longsword. I am showing off the mod, Configurable Item Degradation, and for this demonstration, I've actually made it to where weapons and armor degrade a hell of a lot faster than usual. I'll let this guy bludgeon me a little bit. Finish this.
Do your worst.
Yeah. Come here. Uh-huh. Alright, and if we take a look now, my weapon has kind of exaggeratedly gone to 74 health. My rest of my armor is kind of obscenely degraded by quite a bit here. And that was with the mod Configurable Item Degradation, as I mentioned earlier, but I went in and tweaked the settings to make all items degrade 5 times as much as the base vanilla game. I did that just to highlight that you can now, with this mod, change how fast things degrade over time. I'm going to go ahead and cut away to a demonstration of how you can set this mod up to be 0% degradation. Alright, we are here again, and as you can see, the health of my longsword is at 100, and the health of all of my armor is equally at 100 as well. But I went ahead and set the durability multiplier for this mod to 0, which means after this fight,
You'll never take me down.
really shouldn't be any damage to any of my equipment.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Let me hit me quite a bit. Now, come on, go ahead, get me. Good. And if we look at my inventory, all of my armor is still at 100% durability, as well as my longsword also at 100% durability. So I just wanted to highlight real quick that with this mod you can change and configure the durability damage that weapons and armor take. You can set this value to pretty much anything. You can set it up to 100 and armor and weapons will almost instantly break. And in every fight, basically everything falls apart immediately. Or you can configure it to be at half durability or even no durability whatsoever and just not have to mess with keeping track of your armor and weapon durability. Personally, I think that I might go in and set this at 0.5 durability, so that way it takes about half the damage that it normally would, maybe somewhere between half and 1. Just so I still interact with the durability of weapons and armor, but it's not as exaggerated as the default vanilla seems to be. And you guys might have your own personal settings. Maybe you guys want weapons and armor to degrade a little bit faster than the normal vanilla. I could see how that could definitely help in the short term, where you could repair things a lot faster and more often, and then level up your armorer skill pretty quickly, things like that. But you could also tweak the setting midway through while playing and just set it to maybe half after you've leveled your armor up quite a bit, or even set it to 0 once armor is at 100, and that way you still get the benefits of having 125% health instead of just 100, but you also don't have to interact with the actual degradation of your weapons and armor. Could be pretty interesting, pretty neat. This mod is amazing. I think I'm going to have this in my load order for the foreseeable future. It's pretty good, and I think I'm going to set the durability at 0.5 or 0.75 maybe. We'll see in the future, but I hope this is a pretty interesting mod, piques a couple of people's interest. With all the demo out of the way, let's go ahead and get into installation and configuration. Alright guys, we are on the Configurable Item Degradation mod page on Nexus Mods. As you can see, it's got OBSE and ASI in the title. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below so you guys can follow along as always. Let's dive into this mod. Real quick, I just want to show you guys here in the descriptions. He's got a couple other mods, but he also points out how to edit the file in order to configure your durability. We will get into that a little bit later once we have everything installed. I also want to mention the requirements for this mod. There are two versions of the mod. One of them is going to only require OBSE 64. The other will require OBSE 64 and the Ultimate ASI loader. To each their own as far as the version is concerned, but I do want to note there is a special setting for Linux users here that he mentions for installation. We can install this manually through these steps here. If you're interested in that, just follow along with the description here. It's very easy. I am only going to mess with the OBSE version, not the ASI version. So let's get into installation. So here we have two different versions as stated before. This is the ASI version, only comes with a manual installation. I'm just going to go with the OBSE version here and do the Nexus Mods download version as I usually do with most mods, very conveniently. So we just do the Mod Manager download button. It's going to remind us that we are going to be requiring OBSE 64 as well as Ultimate ASI loader. This is only here because there's an ASI version. We actually don't need this for the OBSE version that only requires OBSE 64. I have a video covering how to get OBSE 64 installed manually. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description down below so you guys can follow along with that. If you don't already have OBSE 64 installed, you will need it in order to get this mod to work correctly. I'm going to pause so you guys can go ahead and do that if you need to. All right. We're now moving on, assuming everybody has OBSE 64 already installed. So we're going to go to the download, do a slow download. And if you see here in Vortex, it is already going to have it installed and enabled. And that is it for installation if you have OBSE 64 installed already and you're using Vortex. One thing that we now need to go over is configuration. So when I go in and configure mods such as this, I want to go ahead and disable them just to make sure that Vortex behaves correctly. I don't know that configuring it after Vortex already has it enabled is going to yield the best benefits. I usually just disable them and then go in and configure things. So how do we configure this? Good question. If we come over here, we don't want to remove the mod. We want to go to this arrow just to the right of it. We go in here and we want to open in File Manager. So what that's going to do is it's going to take us to the No Equipment Breakage OBSE mod folder. This is the configurable item degradation, but it's called No Equipment Breakage. Probably in earlier versions that's what it was called, so that's what it is in the folder structure. Regardless, That is why I use that link to get here, just in case mods have weird names. We're going to go into Oblivion Remastered, then we're going to go into the binaries folder, Win64, OBSE, plugins, and now that we're all the way in here, we just want to go to equipmentbreakage.ini. So we're going to pull that up, and as you can see, it's a very, very simple little ini file here. We have a bunch of semicolons, which are essentially commenting all of this out. The brackets here just stating that this is the settings section. All of this is being ignored by anything reading this file, and the only thing that is actually being read is durability multiplier equals 0. And right now it's set to 0, and as you can see here in the examples, that means no durability loss. So if that's what you want, that is how the mod is already set up and configured when it's installed. You will have no durability loss. But if you wanted to change that number, all you have to do is come in here and change the number to 2, for instance. Make sure you save it, and you've now just configured double duration loss, or durability loss, with weapons and armor. If you wanted to change it to probably what I'm going to be using in the foreseeable future, you can change it to 0.5 and go ahead and save it. Whatever you personally want this number to be. If you set it to 1, that is going to be the default vanilla durability loss. But you can configure this number to anything you want. I think negative values is probably a very bad idea. I don't recommend that. But I tested earlier at a value of 5. You could probably get away with something way above that in like 10 or even 100. That's probably doable, but it is going to greatly affect how durability goes. If you set it to something like 100, it is going to be absolutely insane. Everything's going to break almost instantly. It's going to be very, very annoying with weapons, for instance. So I caution against 100, but 5 times durability seems to be okay for repairing everything in between fights. 0.5 is what I'm going to do. Either way, we're just going to go ahead and save this file, and we can go ahead and close out of that. We don't need to see it anymore. We've configured this now, and I'm going to go ahead and re-enable the mod, and now Vortex is going to go ahead and get it all set up. And that's it for installation and also configuration, guys. I hope this was pretty easy to follow along and very helpful. I hope that the configurable item degradation mod is something that you guys are going to have in your load order for the foreseeable future. It is a great and fantastic mod. Do not forget, guys, if this mod is very helpful to you, you really like it, go ahead and endorse the mod here. It's basically the like button of Nexus mods. And with that out of the way, guys, happy modding and happy Mondays. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was very helpful showcasing this mod and showing how to install it. I'm really hoping that we can get this channel growing so that we can show as many people as possible how easy it is to install some mods and showcase some really good mods that some hardworking people come up with. In order to do that, though, I'm really going to need you guys' help. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with as many people as you can. We'll try to get this channel growing, and hopefully it helps as many people as possible. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.